Hi, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Laura Plantak, an entrepreneur, consultant, and the voice behind Laura's Learning Lab and Program Agency. Through Laura's Learning Lab, I create a space where I share practical insights, real experiences, and lessons from my journey as a business owner. And this is one of those videos that you will see with the topics related to Laura's Learning Lab. In today's video, I'm diving into something a little more personal: the 3 things I wish I knew when I started my business. If you're thinking about starting a business, or if you are already in your first few years of entrepreneurship, I hope this video speaks to you, because when I reflect on my journey, and I've been doing this for a while now, there are definitely a few things I wish I had done differently. Not because I regret the path I took, but because these lessons could have saved me time, energy, and a whole lot of self-doubt. So grab a coffee, get comfy, and let's chat. The first lesson is this: just start. Don't wait for perfection. Because when I was getting ready to launch my business, I fell into the same trap so many people do. I wanted everything to be just right before I told the world I was in business. The logo, the brand colors, the messaging, the website. I really thought if I could be best at all of that, then I would finally feel ready. But here's the truth: I didn't realize at the time perfection is the enemy of progress. So I spent so much time polishing things, creating behind the scenes, and I delayed actually getting into the market. And what I learned is the market is the best teacher. Clients will tell you what they need. Their feedback will help shape your offers, your systems, and even your messaging. You don't need to guess what they want. You just need to start and then listen. And it's not just business challenges that test you. I started my business in 2018. A few years later, boom, pandemic. No business plan could have predicted that, but it forced me to be adaptable, to rethink how I work, how I communicate, and how I serve people. And that's when I really understood you are never fully prepared. The world changes, you change, your clients change, and the key is to stay flexible and persistent. So if I could go back and give my past self advice, I'd say launch it. You'll figure it out as you go. You know enough, you're ready, and trust me, you will learn. You'll pivot, you'll evolve, but none of that can happen if you're stuck behind the scenes trying to make it look perfect. So here's my invitation to you: start now. Learn as you go, because perfection can wait. Okay, deep breath. That brings us to lesson number 2. And this one's a big one for my fellow to-do list lovers out there. You can't solve everything in one day. I still feel the cringe saying it, but it's true. You can't solve all the challenges in one day. When I first started, I believed that if I just worked hard enough, stayed up late enough, I could clear my entire to-do list and finally feel caught up. But that day never came, because the to-do list never ends. And the more I tried to do it all, the more overwhelmed I became. I wore all the hats: CEO, project manager, marketeer, customer support, admin, and let's be honest, sometimes even a therapist. And sure, it felt empowering at first, like I got this, but that energy doesn't last forever. Eventually, I had to face the reality that not every task is equally important. Some things actually can wait, some things should wait. And what matters most is knowing what moves the needle, what gets your business closer to your goals. And that's when I learned about ruthless prioritization. So ask yourself daily: what's the one thing I could do today that would make everything else easier? What actually needs my attention right now? What can be postponed, simplified, or even skipped? For example, you really don't need a perfectly designed website to start selling. Think about that. You can really begin with a strong LinkedIn profile and a clear offer. Don't let the lack of polished assets stop you from making progress. Focus on getting clients. Focus on relationships, and then polish the details as you go. And here's the mindset shift that helped me most: it's okay to leave some things undone. I know I still hate that sentence, but it's true. That does not make you lazy, it makes you focused. Because burnout isn't a badge of honor, it's a warning sign. So please learn to pause, breathe, and do what matters most first. Okay, now for one of the most practical things I wish someone had told me from day one, which I didn't know and I learned the hard way. This one completely changed the game for me. Embrace automation early. Seriously. In the beginning, I was doing everything manually. I was doing handwritten notes, spreadsheets, sticky notes everywhere. It felt so productive. It looked so productive, but it was chaos. Eventually, I realized I was spending more time organizing the work than actually doing the work. Then I discovered no-code tools, and it's changed everything. So tools like ClickUp, SmartSuite, HubSpot, and then tools such as Zapier or Make, they help me automate repetitive tasks, organize projects, track clients, and free up my brain for more important things. You don't need to be tech savvy. You don't need to hire a consultant right away, even though as a consultant, I would love for you to do that, but you really don't need to pay hundreds of dollars to start. Most of these tools have free tiers. You can get started today and scale later. So here are just a few things I wish I automated early. Email follow-ups, lead tracking, content planning, task reminders. And once those were off of my plate, I could finally focus on what really mattered: building relationships, creating value, growing the business. So if you're still tracking everything in a notebook, even though I love notebooks too, don't be afraid to try something new. Even one small automation can save you hours each month. And that time can go toward building your dream business. So let's recap. Just start. Don't wait for perfection. You can't solve everything in one day. Learn to prioritize. Embrace automation early. It's your best friend. And these are the three things I wish I knew when I started. And honestly, I wish someone sat me down and told me this, like I'm trying to do for you currently. So if you're starting out or if you're in that messy middle, I see you. You're doing better than you think. Let's grow smarter, not harder. So if this video helped you, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. I share weekly videos with tips, tools, and lessons for entrepreneurs that are building something meaningful. And if you want to read more about this topic, you'll find the original blog post and more at lauraslearninglab.com. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.